since ADROIT, they pick up the Alchemist. So they've got some scaling into the late game. They've got a way of just accelerating in that mid game as well. Yeah, that's going to be a point of concern for TNC. We have seen Lifestealers get that early start. They can be a menace really early on, especially with the change in favored itemization now.
March chasing Bok. He's very close to killing him off. He needs a bit more damage. The Wave of Terror could kill him off, and yeah, he does. March, with the support Venge, does find the first blood.
Yeah, it's a rough story here for KP. Another thing that's rough is Mac up against Armel. I mean, he's level 6 now. He could just Laguna down the Alchemist at this point.
He's trying to. He's getting Rain. Dragon Slave, it will be enough. He does barely find it, but now Boomy trying to find the trade. The shards are there. Armel trying to get out of that T1 range. It will not matter, though.
A point where TNC should be a bit more aggressive with their wards. They have one nice ward that Tim's dropped earlier. They need a bit more to maintain full control here.
Well, Boomy finds KP bot lane, but it looks like Bok is also going to be in trouble up at top. They commit the Dragon Form. Breathe Fire will be there. Magic Missile as well. Coming out from March, he's just going to chase Bok by himself and will find the kill. In fact, Gabby's the one who grabs it. Now Mac actually ends up finding Tims on the Mirana. And Armel being chased down as he did find the trade. CML. Should know Tims is there and does, but Armel is right behind him, and with that, CML is going to go down. March looking for more now. Doesn't really spot out Boomy. It won't matter though, they are clearing out that T1 tower. Mac gonna come in, but he cops the Magic Missile, but now the rotations are there. Natsumi gonna go in as well. They'll get his shards off onto March, and March should be dead, but a nice arrow will connect onto Mac. It will not matter though. March does go down to the Alchemist.
He's gonna have to farm a lot to really gain that back into the mid game.
March trying to go into Natsumi, but they heal him up. They purge off all the stuns, and he's going to be chased down. They will find the Venge. Now the gaze out onto Tims, but he'll leap away. Armel won't connect with the stun. Still Boomy actually running back in. He still has the snowball available. They just want that bounty rune, and they just want the outpost. Armel trying to fight them over it. He will find CML on the lich. Now going after Boomy, but what a shard's coming out from Boomy. He found two of them. Armel trapped up, goes down. KP does the same, and Tims, he only had one leap charge. In fact, there's another. Looks like he will be able to outrun them. So that could be the difference in these engagements. Still, Infest is going to be there on Boomy. Boomy should break the smoke and should spot out Gabby, although they blink. Boomy, are you really going to try and TP right now? They'll connect the arrow Natsumi. He'll pop out straight away and aim for March. Though Gabby will take down Boomy on the tusk because of 1-for-1 trade so far. Tims copying a fair bit, but Natsumi does not want any more of this. It looks like they'll back off, but here comes the cavalry Mac. Who's he going to chase? Armel would be a very nice target on the leader. And it looks like that is exactly where they're all going. Still Armel just kind of kiting them around. They'll get the jewel off in the end, and Armel does end up going down. Meanwhile, Natsumi chasing down KP on the lifestealer. He does get arrowed up though from Tips from a mile away. Gabby just tips him straight away. Now they'll chase for more. They think they can punish here, but Tims is falling low on the Mirana. They'll leave him be and go for Gabby instead. An unstable concoction will be popped out. Gaze as well. They want KP, but there's the borrowed time coming out. Now the stun from Gabby onto the lich, but the swamp is there. CML. He will end up dropping. Now Gabby going for even more onto Boomy, but he doesn't have the damage output. Dragon Form has worn off, and it looks like TNC need to get the hell out immediately, though Tims, he's melting to that radiance, but it's not quick enough. Meanwhile, Gabby finds Boomy on the task. TNC, Moonlight Shadow popped, and there's Gabby. He jumps straight in after CML. They'll purge off the stun, and now try to turn around onto the DK. In fact, the jewel is there in time, but do they have the damage output? It is going to be there in the end. They won't get the victory, but it doesn't matter. They found the hero, and they'll go after KP now on the Abaddon. And poor KP, at the very least, he is wasting time from the side of ADROIT, but it isn't going to matter, because he is going to die. March. They know how low the Roshan is, but look at Mac. He runs straight out of the pit looking for a target. He knows March is there and gets the stun off, takes a courier down as well. The Roshan is still so darn low, but they want the Venge kill first, and they will be able to grab it now. Tims, again, scouting out the Roshan. But I don't think they can go for this any longer. The Aegis will be given to the way of ADROIT. Armel. Gaze is there from CML, but he can't get there to get the bounty rune. Instead, though, Mac will come in. Armel will miss the stun on the Alk. With the Chain Frost, it will slow him down, and Armel is gone. Meanwhile, bot lane KP is being chased down by Boomy and Natsumi. Tims is there to try and help out, but I don't think there's any saving KP in this situation. He tries to body block them up, but there's the Walrus Punch coming in. Still another Orphotic Shield. KP gets slowed down and gets taken out. Meanwhile, mid as well, there's more action going on as CML's being chased down, but Gabby apparently cannot get a hit uphill. With that, he finally gets up there, does find the damage. And so they'll find a Lich for their problem. In fact, they get an arrow up onto the Legion Commander as well. So Bok going to end up losing his life. Boomy going to break the smoke, jump straight in onto KB. They're at that outpost though. Natsumi, who is he going for? He's just chasing down March, but they've already found one in the tusk. An immediate buyback coming out from Boomy. No one else from ADROIT has really died yet. In fact, March is somehow still alive on the bench. And Mac, he's actually falling very, very low right now. He's gone.
Oh, man.
They'll take the outpost, TNC. Both outposts in their favor once again. Gabby, there will be a swap, and they do find the tusk now. Just burst down Boomy, get rid of that annoying snowball, but he does get the snowball off. March will cop it, and Boomy is just making a complete run for it. They will swap him back and do take him out. Now have they found anybody else? They got the Alchemist and the stun. Arrow to follow as well, but they'll just purge all that off. Another stun from the Venge now, but he's still so darn tanky. Legion just... Natsumi jumps in, but really does nothing in there. They will lose another in the form of the Legion Commander, and now CML goes down. And suddenly TNC look to be on top of this game.
I think this fight's much safer, which is going to be a big boon here for TNC, if it does go that late.
Butterfly now up on Mac. He does still have buyback hold for himself. We'll take down the tier 3 tower. Gabby just going to go straight after the Raxus now and can hit him from a mile away. Here comes Natsumi, but look at Gabby, he's copying literally no damage. Just out healing it all. Now they get the swap up onto Mac. The stun is there as well. He needs some help. The Infest from the Life Stealer will be there onto Mac. Still though, it looks like they may lose Boomy on the tusk, and they will. CML as well falling quite low and does go down. They'll try to chase March, but he gets out of there safely. Now Mac, he's down to less than half HP, and he is going to go down. The buybacks do come out, but Gabby just takes no damage. The rest of his team are coming to back him up. He's got the Alpha Wolf there as well. There it is. There's the Black Dragon coming out. Gabby has free pathing now, John. He doesn't care about cliffs anymore. And that tower is melting thanks to him and Armel. And it's... What do you do about this? How do you kill the Black Dragon? Natsumi, he's going to walk in. Gabby is ignoring him completely. No respect being given to the Lifestealer, and now they found Boomy on the tusk. He will snowball. They try again. They break the dragon, but nothing happens.
Oh, man.
Snowball, Gabby. He's just going to keep right-clicking away. Again, just ignoring the heroes, John. He takes down the rats. There's no damage at all. He's just surviving everything they throw at him. Now he'll take down the Lifestealer. And well... if you can't kill the heroes, you can't win the game. Mac gets stunned up. Double LSA as well, and it's just over. Yeah, I would call GG as well.
Look, it was a good start for ADROIT. It does look a bit greedy, but again, the game has kind of allowed greed to seep in. TNC, they pick up the Void.
Now Homing Missile will follow KP. They will connect that. Orb didn't really hit, but KP looking to get pretty darn low, and this is going to be first blood going to the way of ADROIT. Gabby will loop around. He has the chrono. It's a pretty nice position, and he will go for him as well. Finds two straight off the bat. March is there with the follow-up damage. They'll lose Boomy straight off the bat. The arrow, though, not connecting from Tims. Still, though, Bok is the sitting duck, and he cops the Laguna to the face.
Really just start laying it onto the Roche quite safely early on.
The bot lane, they have found KP on the bench, and he should drop though. No, the March heal is there in KP. He survives for just a bit. He does eventually go down, but Armel will find a double kill. a great turnaround, and it's all just thanks to having that outpost. They were all able to rotate down and help him out. Now Gabby has the chrono, doesn't need to use it though. He's just hoping for a bash onto CML and does find one. Time Walk will be there, finds another bash, and that'll be the death of CML. Can they defend though with just these supports? Doesn't look like they will be able to in CML. He'll drop a tombstone down. KP looking to take it out straight away, and now the rotations come in. Gabby, he goes straight after the chrono and does find 2 in it. First Boomy goes down, then Bok goes down as well, and he's looking for even more. He won't quite find anything, although maybe he will. There's a spider in the tree line right now. Gabby, the Sergeant Yasha, he's opted to go for the Aghanim Scepter first. See how that pans out for him. TNC, currently in the Moonlight Shadow. They can see ADROIT. Gabby, he has the chrono. Does he find a big one? Oh, he only gets one. Still, it is the gyrocopter, though. Can he burst him down fast enough? Not quite. Natsumi will be okay. And in fact, they found Bok on the Legion Commander. Armel gets that kill, and now Max gone as well on the Broodmother. So even with a, I would argue, a bad chrono, they still managed to find a 2-for-0 trade for the side of TNC.
Window. And there's only so much you can do with a Brood as you approach that late game.
Well, Gabby gonna go after Bok. No chrono, but may not even need it as the swap is there from KP and the magic missile. Now the LSA, they've just controlled him up and he just goes down. Now Gabby, he'll go after CML on the Undying and just rips him apart as well. Boomy gonna get caught out, it looks like. He'll dodge the stun, but it doesn't matter as Armel's on a triple. And it's just turning into a very one-sided game now for TNC as they're going after the tier 3 tower now at 22 minutes in. And I don't believe ADROIT can actually stop them from doing this.
No, they definitely can't. I mean, Armel is 9-0 right now. He's had an excellent run down mid. They do buy back. They're going to try to defend.
Well, swap is there on Natsumi. Now the chrono straight away. The gyrocopter is just gone. No buyback available on Natsumi. That'll mean at least a mid-rax being taken here for TNC. They're going to try and defend it, looks like. KP, he'll throw out a magic missile on CML. They have thrown the Dream Call out as well. Mac, who are you going for? He's trying to find a target, but they're just essentially kiting him around. Gabby now fighting CML on the Undying, and no, never mind, just go for Mac instead. They'll burst down the Broodmother. CML now just trying to run the hell out of there. Armel finding a secondary onto Bok. Now they'll find Boomy, and that's GG well played. TNC, this is more like the TNC we know, John.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that performance from Armel,